We live in a covenantal relationship with one another to fulfill God's mission through the church. The church, let me be clear with you, the church doesn't receive any money from some Baptist headquarters or hedge fund. We are on our own, so to speak. We only have the church we decide to have every year by our giving. You and I do what we feel spiritually motivated to do, and we add it up at midnight on December 31st. We take away our costs, and we hope to break even. It's a race to the finish every year. And in a year of COVID, it's been like running 26.2 miles with a 20-mile-an-hour headwind all the way. Finishing a race brings back a painful personal memory for me. I have run one marathon in my life, the Marine Corps Marathon in Washington, D.C. See, this body wasn't built for long-distance running, don't you know? Anyway, I was 50 years old and probably trying to prove something to myself, especially because it had just been that year that I had had my second heart procedure, and I guess I was trying to prove to myself that I could still do something challenging and athletic. And so I trained the best I could, and on race day, I did fine for 10 miles. But by mile 19, I was on my knees throwing up my guts. I thought I had nothing left in the tank. But my training partner was running along with me, as was her son, who was annoyingly a Marine. They slowed down to coax me along, sacrificing their own better times to see me finish. Kim, Rhett, Cameron, and her new husband, Garrett, were also there, following along, shouting encouragement. There was no way I was going to quit. No chance I would disappoint them or myself. And when I crossed the finish line and ended up on a cot in a tent with cramps in my calves and a bruised ego to boot, I mostly felt let down by the experience. I had hoped it would be a boost for me for the second half of my life. But now looking back, I realize it wasn't the time on the clock that mattered, as the fact that I overcame the pain and the challenge, and I finished. And it was the people who helped me along the way who made all the difference. Friends, like the Corinthians, some of you have started to give and you've stalled along the way. You may feel spent, embarrassed, and defeated by not having done what you set out to do. Some of you made a plan last year to give a certain amount to the unified budget of the church and to help us finish the Pathways Endowment Fund, which has a goal of keeping our pastoral residency program going in the years ahead. My guess is that other things have crept in since then to compete with your priorities, and you feel torn. So let me challenge you by channeling the Apostle Paul for a moment. finish what you started. Don't focus on where you've been or on where you are. Keep your eyes on the finish line. We are cheering you on. You can do it.